Hi, it's Natalie Ledwell here with 7 powerful tools to help you maximize your wealth. Because let's face it, whether it's so you can live the lifestyle that you want or to do things that you've always wanted to do, or even if it's simply just for peace of mind, wealth is an important vehicle to help us to achieve that. Okay, so tool number 1 is to keep a journal. Now in this journal, write down the word money as the headline. So put that at the top of one of the pages. Then write all of the words that naturally come to you in relation to money. Now remember, there are no right or wrong words here. It's important that you write down all of the words that comes to you, both positive and negative. Next, think about each word that you wrote and ask yourself, is this how you want to feel about money? Now perhaps these words describe how you feel about the lack of money. And notice how each word makes you feel, and then add those feelings next to those words. So if the word makes you feel bad, then write the word bad next to it. If the word makes you feel good, then write good next to it. Now calculate how many bads and how many goods you've got. Now don't judge yourself. We are in the learning phase here, and knowledge is power. So dealing with your beliefs by being honest with yourself in this way is a large and very important step towards your unbreakable wealth mindset. Now, awareness is the first step to being able to release any negative programming that you carry. So make sure you're honest and write everything down. Okay, so tool number 2 is to give money away or volunteer, or better yet, do both. Now, it doesn't have to be a lot of money, it doesn't have to be a lot of time, but get into the habit of doing some good for others. You know, a poor money mentality comes from scarcity, and generosity comes from abundance. So give within your means, and the purpose of this action is to marinate in the emotion of giving. This is the most important part of this. So when you're getting into the habit of being generous and being abundant, even if this is a small thing like adding, leaving extra coins in a parking meter, rounding up, when you're tipping to a server, when it's, paying for the toll or the coffee for the person behind you, every small action is saying to you and the universe that you have an abundant mindset. This is why this is so important. So really marinate in the emotion of giving every time you do something like this. Okay, so tool number 3 is to keep questioning your beliefs. So review your list of beliefs that you created earlier and keep looking at this regularly and systematically work through that list to release any belief that no longer serves you. Now you can do this by making sure that as you go through this list, you'll have a look at a word. If it's one of the words that had bad next to it and you want to be able to release this, the first thing you do is go, okay, where did this come from? This is my awareness. The next thing we want to be able to do is to release it. So this is by making an intention or a choice to go, I'm choosing to no longer believe this. But then we have to figure out, what are we going to replace that with? Because remember, these old limiting beliefs are traveling along really strong neural pathways in our brain. So that every time we think about money, these are the thoughts that are coming from the subconscious mind to the conscious mind. So if we want to replace these, consciously choose what it is that you want to replace that thought with. Then create a list of these things. Be focusing on this every day. Have this list everywhere that you can, so that when you are thinking about money and you catch yourself in one of those negative thoughts, you go, cancel, cancel, cancel. This is what I'm choosing to think instead. And what you're doing then is training your brain for abundance, okay, rather than focusing on the negative. Now, tool number 4 is to take inspired action. So when you get an idea, act upon it. At the very least, you will gain valuable information that can lead you to wealth down the road. And if you take a decision down a certain road, it'll always lead you to the road that you're going to end up on anyway. Now, at the most, it can actually lead you right there now. So create a daily practice of creating enough white space in your mind to invite the guidance in. So whether you're doing that through prayer, whether you're doing that through meditation, whether you're walking out in nature, whatever that is, ask the question, where am I going next? What do I need to do? What action should I take? And then be quiet long enough for the answer to come through. And when that answer does, make sure that you take action on it. Okay, so tool number 5 is to build yourself a support network. So share your ideas and make yourself accountable with others who share your goals and desires as well. So to be sure to look for people who are likely to nurture you and can support you in a meaningful and proper way. Now, of course, we all have friends that are great, but if they're not entrepreneurs and can't help you with or if they're not, financially successful, maybe they're not the right people to be able to support you in creating your own wealth. Now, I know that back in the early days when we first launched My Movies to the World, or we were launching My Movies to the World, the first thing we did was look for a community and somewhere that we could actually be where we could learn and get support. Now, if you know our story, we came over here to the US in April of 2008. We attended a seminar on internet marketing, and we were accepted into a mastermind group when we were at that seminar. Now, it was one of the smartest decisions we ever made, and we didn't have the money to join. We just had to figure it out. But we knew how important it was to make sure that we were surrounded by people who had brilliant ideas that could give us the right business support, that could give us the right emotional support and physical support that we needed to be able to launch My Movies to the world. It was one of the toughest things that we've ever had to go through, and thank goodness for the community that we had around us. So tool number 6 is to foster an attitude of gratitude. So always look for ways and reasons to be grateful for what you do have. Now, when you look for reasons to be grateful, you will be amazed at how many that you find. So you want to create a daily practice. And here's one way that you can do that. I encourage you to set an alarm, a daily alarm on your phone to go off at the same time every day. Now, when you do this and when this alarm goes off, I want you to stop, drop, and be grateful in that moment for something that's going on around you. Now, you may want to do 2 of these alarms a day. It's up to you. But when you can do that, you are training yourself to always be looking for the positive. You could possibly be in a really stressful situation, and when that alarm comes through, you have to stop, take a breath, and be grateful for something. And it could even be the stressful situation that you're in. You're grateful that you're learning and you're expanding and it's teaching you something new. So create that daily practice. I know that's going to really help. So tool number 7 is to live with fearless passion. Now, the most successful people in the world have one thing in common. They always follow their passion. Now, your attitude dictates your passion more than anything else. So if you're doing something that you do not feel passionate about, then see how you can look at it from a different angle that will allow your passion to shine through. Now remember, there's a limitless supply of wealth and abundance available to every one of us. We just have to learn how to cultivate it and attract it. All right, now before I go, I would love to hear from you. Do you have any other tips that could help our community to attract more wealth? If you do, please share your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the My Movies YouTube channel for more videos on personal growth and the law of attraction. My name is Natalie Ledwell. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.